Good morning, everybody. How you doing? You'll notice in a lot of these tip of the weeks that we're going to talk about, literally all types of business. A lot of it's going to be very detailed. A lot of it's going to be very deep. A lot of it's going to be fun. And today I want to talk about a kind of fun one. But I want to talk about something serious in a fun way. So everybody write down this word culture. Culture. And everybody throws this word around. What does it mean? How do you define it? All that kind of fun stuff. So we're going to do a little bit of a series on culture. But I want to kind of open it up with this. The definition of culture is the arts and other manifestations of human intellectual achievement regarded collectively. Doesn't that just sound so proper? So at the end of the day, it's how you build your company. What does it mean? When you talk about collectively, that means as a team. It can't be the culture you set in your head or what you think it is. However, if you're not sharing it with your teams, or think about it, even with your kids. You have to think of culture as a big thing. So when we talk about hiring, this is very interesting. I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story. If you'll notice, I tell stories. I love life stories. Life stories put business sense into such a simplistic state. So let me tell you the story. Several years ago, I was around the Modesto, California area. And I was with a client, and we had to stop into a gas station to get something. I don't remember what it was. So I'm going up in line. I was getting a bottle of water, and I was going up in line. And there's this lady, and I'm going to say probably 11-year-old girl. 11-year-old girl had her softball uniform on. So you could tell because of the pants and the shirt. And she had dirt marks from sliding and all that kind of fun stuff. And they're standing in front of me. And the lady says, "Ma'am, do you have any Cheez-Its?" And the lady says, "Yeah, it should be over there in that aisle or over there on that aisle." And the lady says, "We walked around and saw and looked. We couldn't find any Cheez-Its." And the 11-year-old girl says, "Mom, you told me if I had a good practice, I could get some Cheez-Its." The look on the clerk's face, immediately you could see a switch go off. And the lady looked at me and says, "Sir, can you give me 1 minute?" And I said, "Well, of course." So she walks from behind the counter and she walked up and down every single aisle there was. Could not find any Cheez-Its. However, she comes back. And the lady looks at the girl and says, "Well, it doesn't look like we have any Cheez-Its. However, do you like Oreos?" Now, I'm going to set the stage here real quick. Right next to there, they have these little containers. They were like little tubs of like Oreos and some kind of peanut butter kind of things. And they were on sale for $1. $1 each, and they were little tubs. They're all over the place today. And the girl says, "Well, yeah, I like Oreos." And she goes, "Well, it's up to your mom if you'd like. But we have these Oreos and these, whatever the peanut butter things were, on sale. And they're only $1 each. So maybe if you get 2 of them, it'd be more than what you get the Cheez-Its. So would that be okay?" And the girl goes, "Oh, Mommy, can I have Oreos?" Hey, wait a minute. Does everybody catch that life practice right there? I caught the life practice. Right? So the girl bought the Cheez-Its. Bought the Oreos. I apologize. Bought the Oreos and made her daughter very happy. So me, and if you know, I'm kind of shy. So I go up to the lady and I said, "That was amazing. That was a servant's heart. That is exactly what people need to do in this life. When there's a problem, come up with some kind of solution." So I looked over my client and I said, "This right here would be an amazing agent on your team." Now, unscripted, unsolicited, I immediately said, "Ma'am, have you ever thought about changing a career that you could make $75,000 plus a year and be able to satisfy needs and help people fulfill their dreams? If you give me 15 minutes of your time tonight for a cup of coffee, I'd love to be able to discuss some opportunities that you have." And what did the lady say behind the counter? "That would be awesome." So, long story short, he hired her. She does about 30 to 40 transactions a year. Many years ago, she now has actually moved to another state and works on another team. But long story short is, it's the culture. See, here's the interesting part of it. We all go run ads in Indeed and Monster and Career Builder and Craigslist, and we're looking for that talented person. We're looking for that person that has the resume. Now, I'm going to give you a theory that I have. When I meet somebody who fits my culture, I will put a seat on the bus. So explain it this way. I have a bus. My company's a bus. I'm the driver. I turn around and I've got seats on the bus. Everybody in that seat on the bus, it has to be in my culture. Because if they do fit my culture, I can always make another seat. If they don't fit my culture, I don't want them on the bus. And it's okay to release them to be somebody else's problem. Because at the end of the day, when my bus stops at the bus stop and I let them off, guess what? There'll be another bus that comes behind me that will pick them up. It's the same theory in business as it is in life. That individual fit culture, knew nothing about real estate. However, giving them the tools and the resources, the education and the mentorship, turned them into being one of the best agents on the team. And the reason why is because we hired culture, not based on their experience. So hopefully you can understand the theory behind that. It's a great story. It really is. I want you to implement that into your life. Sometimes when you're recruiting, just walk through a mall. Walk through and enjoy people. I love people. If you can't tell, I'm on video talking to you today. I love people. However, I look on the inside of people, not on the outside of them. And if they fit my culture, I will find a seat. So do me a favor. Look in your bus. See if everybody in your bus fits the culture. If not, you might want to look at maybe stopping the bus, seeing if there's another bus for them. Hire a culture, because culture will make or break your team. So hopefully you enjoyed today's tip. You have an amazing day, and I look forward to talking to you on the next one. God bless.